One of the ongoing challenges in any organization is finding out what is the right pace to move towards a more comprehensive OKR-centric reporting system. And our experience is it's about small steps. It's like any other change, trying to lose weight, run a marathon, whatever it might be. You can't just do the whole thing at once. You've got to gradually move there. And over time, we've learned that here are some typical small steps to help organizations move forward in running OKRs. So the overall principle is this: to move towards OKRs, we need two things in an organization. We need the motivation, people are feeling inspired to use this tool, and also the ability. And obviously, if an organization is low in motivation and low in ability, it's going to be pretty tough to implement OKRs. And obviously, the promised land is up here in the top right-hand corner with high motivation and high ability. Now, what's interesting is in many cases, the leadership team is in that top right-hand corner and expect the rest of the organization to be there. But it's not, and they're disappointed that OKRs don't catch on at the pace that they would like. So obviously, in organizations, there's a journey from people being in this bottom left corner up to this top right. And there's small steps you can take on that journey. And we've learned that there's kind of two things we need to build. On the motivation side, it's ultimately about building the team. And to build the team, there's a series of steps on that ladder. Ultimately, we want people to be focused on the collective outcome. How's the organization performing, not just me as an individual? So to get there, step one is to build trust so that I can have confidence in my team. The second step is now being able to deal with conflict in that team. I can bring problems to the team, and the team helps me solve them without getting challenged. And then once we can do that, how do we get buy-in to the overall goals of the team? And then finally, how do I embrace my accountability within the team as opposed to a solo player? So that's the progression we need to move people along. And if you think about it, different departments might be at a different place. Some might be still feeling how to build trust amongst themselves, some dealing with conflict. In other words, even in the same organization, not everyone is at the same step. And so we need to build on-ramps so we can let them come in at whatever motivation level they're at and progress them forward. The second thing we need to build is the actual skill set, the ability, the technical skills. And ultimately, the high ground there is helping people think strategically as opposed to tactically. What are the steps? Well, step one is just helping people learn how to see performance. As amazing as that might be, many people don't even know as they look at their process what good performance looks like and bad. The step forward from there is helping them to assess performance. Now that I can see it, how can I assess it as red, yellow, and green? Once I can do that, then I need to be able to score that performance. So what now? What's happening that's causing it, and how do I overall give people that feedback? And then finally, the ability to set targets, which is a high risk situation. And once I've got that done, then I can think strategically. So that's the progression we want to take teams on. And both on the motivation and the ability, different teams are going to come on at different places. What the small steps look like is this. What if, to begin with, in building trust and learning to see performance, we merely check in with how we're feeling? So 1 to 5 stars from awful to great. And what people see is if they come to the team saying, I'm not feeling good, the team rallies around and helps resolve whatever their problem is. And gradually that allows me to build trust in the team. The team isn't there to pick on me. The team is there to support me. The next step from there is a couple of simple questions. And think of this as what we do in agile sprints, right? What went well this week? So I'm getting people to begin taking a look at performance and being able to assess good, bad, and so forth. What are the priorities for next week? So I can begin to see how people are prioritizing their actions, and I can guide them as a coach and leader in that right direction. Then blockers. I'd like people to begin thinking about solving problems before they happen. So if my team can begin raising what their blockers are, I as a leader can help deal with them. And this way we can get those difficult conversations underway. From there, the next step is just give me a red, yellow, green. Don't go into any data, just based on your gut, how are we doing? Green means I'm at target, yellow means I'm off target, but I can make it there with the resources I've been given. I just need to focus. And red means I need some help. I need some resources. I need some ideas. Maybe I need some upstream or downstream processes changed. And then finally, I can add in those key results. Now, I'm taking a look at those key results, and even though the key results might be giving me one mathematical reading, I can give my assessment on top of that. And I can begin thinking strategically about the implications so I can answer that what, so what, now what question. So that's what that small steps look like to progress organizations towards using smart measures, managing based on facts and data. We don't need to start at that top right-hand end where leadership team is, but we need to build on-ramps so different teams can join us at whatever point they're currently at. So as we deal with organizations, in terms of those small steps forward, we think of it a bit like this, that this first step is a bit like learning to walk. Then we progress into being able to jog, and then finally we'd be able to run. Walk, jog, run. And that makes it a more risk-free conversation to have with teams about where they want to start. Do I want to start at walk, jog, or run? And our idea is put inside the coaching and support mechanisms to help them move up so that eventually we can all be at run. We'd love to share more of our ideas with you. There are probably about 300 YouTube videos that we've recorded that you can find on our YouTube page. We also write a continuous series of blogs about OKR and related topics. Or feel free just to give us a phone call or email me. Happy to have a conversation about any of these topics. Talk to you soon.